You'll not find work here. Not paying work, that is.
Faster.
Ah! I'll call my bow.
When tu careful lass, it's no. Bathing tears away the skin. Thus proves that
ugly bastard.
You'll frighten the kiddies.
show me the sword.
Ow!
That Gwent will be the end of me. I've lost it again.
Now where'd you get them catty peepers?
Whoa! Oh!
Ooh!
Don't diddly! My gun left.
Orca spore killed him. A letter and a key. Apparently someone's sabotaging operations in Vermentino. But the letter doesn't say who. Need to keep looking. Could still find out.
Giddy up.
Down with a fever.
Greetings, Ger.
All right. Thanks. See you later.
Unbeatable bargains. Preferential financing from the Cianfanellis on every armor purchase. You shan't find anything better in all two. I stock the larder of the
Empty wine bottles. Leftovers. Can outsiders sign up, or is this a closed event?
Piss off, hop, skip, trot.
Mind your manners.
Oh, we'll thump you good.
Great. Faster.
Come now, Madame, Monsieur. We shall never get it. Master Witcher.
You were right. Vermentino's problems didn't come out of nowhere. Someone was behind them.
What do you mean, someone?
Oh, no, no. Wait. A third?
No.
Then you must find some.
Right. Vermentino can go back to operating normally.
Truly? Wonderful! I'm but a step from...
Wait. What about me? What about Coronata?
If I might interject, under the circumstance...
Of course I do!
I shall explain everything shortly.
Come with us, Witcher. I rather dislike this bureaucrat's tone.
Wait, I beg you. Help me. If you don't...
Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Witcher, are you coming?
All right. Let's go.
My desire for Belgard to pass into capable hands was no... I've been told of workers dying on their rounds. Monsters prowling about.
More work for me, I guess.
If you're willing, I'd glad...
Can do it, but not for free.
A fair price.
More or less agreed already.
Excellent! You truly are a boon from the heavens.
Miss, come with me, please. We've formalities to attend to.
Of course.
Happy trails.
You, hey, with the blades on your back. Help us. Look, monsters all about.
gotta blow this up if I want to get rid of the Endrigas.
Down a whole bottle in toast to your deeds. May good health never leave you, Witcher.
Go, go. Medallion's humming. Place of power, it's gotta be. Move it! Come on. Slow now.
Some evil's afoot in that cave. Oh, there, sir.
Maybe.
Well, there's a cave that, to my mind...
But...
Well, damn thing's full of noise. I reckon it's ought to do with the elven room.
could help, provided...
Yes, with almost... Agreed.
Fine. I'll have a look in the cave, see what lurks there.
If only I was healthy.
Witcher or not, you've still... Bust your bum.
Ugly bastard.
Is it over? All clear now?
Yeah, all taken care of.
Ha! And folk! Storehouse will be ready in 2 days.
Not from around here, are you?
Nay, from Povis we are. Wandered south for the climber for the First War.
What you got on offer? Wouldn't mind a glance. So long. Move it! Place of power. Should draw from it.
us!
Nick my dough and we'll get along.
Sir! Help!
What hands? Together! Take him alive! Friends, you comrade! Now, did you have
Save me! Sir! Help!
Now, did you have
Never from here! Great tough! I thank you, sir. Were it not for you, well, those bandits were not pulling pranks. I could pound some new steel for you in gratitude, but I must first return to my workshop in Belgard.
Drop by when I'm in the area.
Come on. That's it, Roach. Hey-ya!
Geralt of Rivia. On your victory in the tourney, I congratulate you.
Centipede spawning ground. Should destroy it.
Ow!
Slithering snake by the leg.
Oh!
Wanna go fish in the channel?
A man who dare not...
That mug's a fright. Richard, how good of you to come. Any news?
Doing a great job here.
For a woman, you mean?
For anyone. Learned long ago not to judge men and women by different standards.
That's nice to hear. I'd dreamt of running this vineyard since I was a child. My mother was a washmate, found a position here. She would bring me along, and while she laundered the linens, I would play with the cats. Lady Vermentino always fed me sweet grapes, and for a few brief moments, I would imagine she was my mother, even wish it so. When my real mother passed away, the Vermentinos took me in. They had no children of their own, Thus, I became Matilda de Vermentino.
Shouldn't have any more problems with the vineyard. You can start operating normally again.
Splendid. And thus, officially, by the power vested in me,
I shall do everything in my... Thank you. You're truly worth your work here. Your reward as agreed.
Thanks. Good luck.
Master Witcher, first you ripped me from the Hunts's clutches.
Show me what you have. What were you doing in the Caraberta woods?
Ever since the Count died, I've not had the resources to buy raw materials, meaning no new barrel. Great deal of scrap to be had in those elfin ruins, if you don't mind digging.
A rational man.
Rational or superstitious, it matters not. The point is, I did not see a single ghost. Yet a Hansa, yes.
See ya.
When I was a young lady, we adhered to certain morals, as one should.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here. Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If it...
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details...
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced...
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal...
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts...
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both higher vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon, but the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slap, an exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm...
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful...
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out up.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any set. It will take them some time, nonetheless. So, Perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. Gotta ask you the big question, one everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Got a new life, a new body. That give you a new start? Blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you...
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity's a natural reaction.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty...
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us... However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the...
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a Witcher?
That's what interests you most? Whether I'd like to be a Witcher again?
Many things interest me, but we've not much time left. Please answer.
Never chose to be a Witcher. Fate chose for me. Had it been my choice, I'd have picked a different profession. A profession where I wouldn't have to risk my life every minute of every day. Maybe even one that'd earn me some respect.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe...
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or...
Textbook definition of...
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with... What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct. And a curse. In one place. That a coincidence? Or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this...
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in... spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial.
So, See you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this...
We require one last ingredient.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Hey-ya!
Never a good omen. Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. Tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. need to get this right. Words of the curse were, "None shall sit and dine with you at your table." We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness. Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench. Come on. Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe. So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything.
She might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful since she adored feasts. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never...
A harsh punishment.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a white, she stole...
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using...
That's it?
Simplest solutions are sometimes... Besides, when you're a white, it's pretty damn hard to...
I imagine so.
Thanks. Gotta get...
Tasty. So... wonderful. Thank you.